Clarity Act is underway, and one of the biggest issues right now is the demand of the banks and where stablecoin yields are going to be done. Well, we're going to break it down today. Let's just jump right in. I want to go over and look at the Clarity Act first, because there is a lot happening. We are starting to see a spike in the potential for a Clarity Act being signed into law. This would be huge for the market, especially right now as things are starting to slide on all assets out there. And when I had Cody Carbone on from the Digital Asset Group, it was an interesting statement when we started talking about vaults. And the reason is, well, listen to this clip and you'll see. You look at these vaults going, Kraken Pro right there, just example of up 8% right now to possibly earn. This is an escape hatch if yields do not occur. Do you think banks understand what's happening in vaults right now?
No. But we don't want to give them any inch, because then they will still try to take a mile. And once they wake up to this, they're going to be pissed. But that's the beauty of the digital asset industry. The banks will lose their minds on this, but I think we're 2-3 years away before they have any understanding of what a DeFi vault is.
DeFi vaults, this could be one of the areas that could surprise banks a little bit. Well, one thing we want to do is bring in an expert. And of course, that is Jonathan Mann coming in from, you know them, Bitwise. How are you, Jonathan?
Good, great, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, let's talk about vaults. This tweet got our interest very quickly. Finance is moving on chain. Vaults are a key part of that offering, and you guys kind of point at a couple of things in reference to what you're doing, and that is that Bitwise is launching non-custodial vault strategies through Morpho and with Morpho with some pretty decent APY on this around these lending pools. So some good activity. Can you share a little bit more about what assets you guys are going to be supporting?
Yeah, so that was a big kind of watershed moment for us, our first on-chain product from Bitwise. It's structured as a over-collateralized lending vault.
Okay.
We lend against the largest assets in crypto, Bitcoin and ETH, over-collateralized, and using USDC as the lending asset. In general, those yields are targeting 4 to 6%, depending on market demand. Yeah.
All right. Are you guys, what chains are you looking to launch on right now?
Initially, this first vault will go live on Ethereum L1 and on BASE.
Okay.
And then, obviously from there, I like to tell a lot of people that we're racing to the starting line here. So there's just like a world of opportunity, a world of different products, different integrations that we can do. We're generally going where our clients are and where we see market demand.
How are you guys curating safety? Because I think that, especially when you look at security, this is one of the biggest factors out there. I think a lot of people look at Morpho because they're connected to Coinbase. How are you guys going about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, safety is number one priority. We approach vaults just like we approach any type of business or product that we launch. If we're fiduciaries at first and foremost, right? And so we are approaching it from a safety from a market risk standpoint, as well as from a smart contract hack risk standpoint. We build in a lot of safeguards as it relates to the volatility of the assets and preserving, the principle of the assets that get deposited into our vaults.
Yeah.
And we're also monitoring smart contracts, looking for hack detection to protect us from any malicious activity as well.
Well, that's good to hear. One of the biggest players out there is Steakhouse Finance. And of course, they have been absolutely just skyrocketing over in their partnership with Morpho around these prime vaults. When you look at them getting kind of that trust mindset in the market, and you bring in a name like Bitwise, people would say that's a trusted mindset. Are you guys, do you think you have a chance to maybe flip what Steakhouse Finance is doing?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is that Bitwise is making vault curation a high priority for us, not just for this year. It's not an experiment. We're in this because we believe that vault AUMs are going to grow significantly, and we want to be a meaningful player in this space. So yeah, Steakhouse is doing great. We think we can do just as well.
All right, I like it. What about withdrawal times? What's that going to look like?
Every vault is different. In the vaults primarily in our space are 100% liquid, have 100% liquidity. You can come and go as you please. As we go further out and we explore other types of strategies, that may be different, but our initial vaults will be 100% liquid.
Jonathan, when you look at just curation fees, I'm just showing the chart here on Dune. You can kind of see this has been climbing dramatically over quite some time here, and there's kind of the leader list. Do you think we could hit 10 million in curator fees in 2026? Do you think we'll continue to see the market go up?
Oh, absolutely. We put out at the end of last year our projections and our predictions for 2026. One of those projections was for AUM within vaults to double in 2026. With that, fees will go up. We may see some compression as it becomes more competitive, but this is a growing industry, and again, it's a priority for us.
If you look at TradFi, how would this compare? If you look at fund management, how would this compare for functionality with what you guys are doing?
We're big believers that vaults are just a superior vehicle, right? Our CIO, Matt Hougan, calls it ETF 2.0, right? This is a fantastic instrument vehicle for investors to access any type of strategy, right? Today we're doing lending vaults. In the future, it could be anything else. And it's just fantastic, right? You have transparency, auditability, accessibility. It's borderless. It's frictionless. It's just to us the next iteration of investment vehicles.
Yeah, the opportunity is big. This is something we've been looking at for quite some time. DeFi is one of the areas that I think we're going to see some definite growth in. Obviously, Flare Networks, we've talked to Hugo and his team before. They focus in on Bitcoin and XRP and are starting to expand. And then they've added in some tie-ins with Morpho around XRP. When you look at that and where you guys are, what about XRP, vaults? I mean, you guys are right there on the list. I'm looking at the XRP locked up list, and guess who shows up? Bitwise. What about XRP?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, like vaults can do really anything, right? And they can take any asset as the deposit asset. What's always been a driving principle for Bitwise is that we listen to what our customers want, and we try to build solutions to suit those wants and needs, right? And so we'll continue to do that even with vaults. As our clients and our customers are asking for XRP type yields, then we'll develop products to meet those requests.
Well, I think this would definitely bridge the gap of trust that, and I'm not saying that people don't trust DeFi, but when you look at traditional finance, a lot of people, and maybe even some high net worth individuals who are willing to go into vaults, they may be looking to a Bitwise because of the trust factor that you guys kind of bring in terms of regulated finance. So you mentioned other assets that could potentially be there. We're starting to see gold show up around this. Here, of course, is Oro. We've talked a little bit about them in the past, but gold, silver showing up inside vaults, now getting yields. Do you think that is in the cards for what you guys are going to do?
It's incredible. Tokenization is a fantastic thing. It provides access, but then once you have the exposure to it, you naturally start to wonder what else can you do with this asset, right?
Yeah.
And delivering yield, delivering returns on those whole, spot exposures that they have. That is something that we are interested in doing. We already have had conversations hearing from people who are looking for yield on those types of assets. Yeah. And so, it's all part of the equation of what's next for Bitwise.
Do you think this is going to make altcoins more volatile or less volatile as we start to see these locked up in vaults?
That's a good question. That's hard to predict. Like my gut reaction is that if you're holding an asset that you believe in and then now you can generate yield with it, it's more of a reason for you to continue to hold it, right? Now, of course, if the asset is incredibly volatile and it's going and it's experiencing a drawdown, then every user and every investor is going to have a different calculus of whether or not it's worth it for them to continue to hold on. Net, all things being equal, a yielding asset is more attractive than a non-yielding asset.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. When you go further into this, and I know you've had a chance to work with a lot of the regulators in setting these things up, is KYC gating going to essentially limit your ability to grow in the future, especially when you look at some of the on-chain projects that Bitwise is trying to do?
You're probably the most famous example of Vault and being integrated is, right, like the Coinbase Morpho integration with Steakhouse as the curator, right? The vault itself is fully permissionless, right? And then the distribution process is happening through Coinbase, and Coinbase's users are being KYC'd, and that seems to be quite a powerful paradigm. And so I would imagine that things like that continue to be explored. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll obviously evolve with the regulations as they evolve and change as well.
Yeah.
And we're not here to kind of skirt regulations or anything like that. And but we're here to play by the rules and play accordingly.
One thing that has started to percolate that I think is getting a lot of attention is the yields that are going into self-custody wallets. Tangem, one of our partners here on the show, we've talked with this about them about this with them many times. And why not get a Bitwise card going here to where you could essentially tie into this? That would be a perfect partnership to integrate into wallets. What do you think?
I think we have enough to chew on between all of the different things that we're doing, but I love the creativity there.
Hey, we're coming up with ideas, man. We want to get this going for you guys because it could open up something that I think is going to be big, and that is going to be around tokens. Lido is doing this right now. If you look at some of the things they're doing, they actually give tokens, or I guess yield, bonuses that we don't know what that's going to be worth yet. But the point is it's loyalty bonuses. You could do the same thing here for a Wise loyalty token to hold inside a vault. Make a Wise loyalty token. Make it benefit some other assets here.
I love it.
There you go.
I love it. I'll try to pitch that in our next products update meeting.
If you guys do that, you got to give us credit for that. Okay, so I'm gonna pin Matt down on that and say, listen. Other things that we're watching is moves in the space right now where people are now being able to get paid via stablecoins. Imagine if you had a stablecoin payment, direct deposit, and it goes right into my Bitwise vault.
Absolutely. I think that's the wave of the future. It starts with stablecoins as just more efficient payments and remittances, right? But once you're in that world, you don't really want to leave, right?
Exactly.
Like why have to offboard just to go invest? That is actually the driving force of why Vault will become the next big thing, if not already the next big thing, right?
Yeah, I think they are now, for sure. I want to go to a lightning round with you and get your opinion because you get a chance to see this. Do you think Clarity is going to pass with a stablecoin yield ban this year? The banks get their way. Yay, nay?
That's a good one. I would say current, I would say probably yay. Yeah.
Yay.
This is probably going to end up happening.
Okay. Yeah. What about banks trying to ban vaults next? What do you think?
No, I mean, I don't think they even know what to do here. It's they have so many other problems to worry about.
Hey, listen, Jamie Dimon watches our show. I'm telling you. I don't know if he knows what vaults is, but he definitely watches our show. Fed rate cuts, will that suppress the vault growth, do you think, if we get rate cuts reducing that interest rate down?
No, I actually think it would be a net benefit for vaults.
Why is that?
Well, if you think about risk-free rate, right? Like as rates are coming down, right, then that becomes holding a T-bill becomes less attractive than anything that can happen in DeFi.
Okay. A couple others here. On-chain vaults reach 100 billion in AUM this year. Do you think we'll hit that?
That I would love to see it.
But do you think it will happen?
Yeah, the realist in me would say no, but I would love to see it.
All right. You're less of a bull than me. I say yes, that's going to happen. Who's going to dominate the vaults more, Aave or Morpho?
I would say Morpho has created this category, and they're going to continue to win.
So you think they win because of the creation, kind of first mover, obviously distribution with Coinbase, getting that trusted, status. I don't know, man. I feel like they're going to win the institutional side, but I think Aave is going to win the hearts and minds of the common person. And when the common person finds out how this works, it is going to be a gold rush. It's going to be a gold rush. So I think maybe Aave.
Yeah, they're both fantastic names. So,
yeah, for sure. Matt Hougan abandons ETFs and becomes a Vault Maxi. In 2026.
I say yes.
All right. Matt Hougan, you're watching this. I know you're going to be watching this right now. You are now the Vault Maxi, according to Jonathan and me. Hey, Jonathan, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much. I know you got to run, but we do appreciate you stopping in today.
Yeah, anytime. It's a pleasure.
If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, and also join our free private member group. The link is in the description.